everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm actually going to pull you a little bit closer. My name is Kira, and today we are going to be doing the Anti-TBR Tag. I watched this video on Jesse the Reader's channel like 2 weeks ago or something like that, and I decided that I was going to do it because apparently I am on a roll of doing tags, and it's probably just because I feel like it's pretty easy for me to answer tag videos instead of doing vlogs and stuff all the time, but I do plan on doing more vlogs in the future. But anyways, on to the questions. There are only 8 questions, and I can type them up in the description below, and I also will link Jesse's video in the description below, and a blog post that I found the questions on. Question number 1. A popular book everyone loves that you have no interest in reading. I think... Ooh. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna go with I own the book. Carry On. I know that people really like this book. I know the second book, Wayward Son, didn't hit as well. People didn't like that one as much, but I know people really like Carry On. And I tried to read this. I have a marker on page 100. I tried to listen to an audiobook. I tried to read this on my own, and it was really, so far it's been really hard for me to get into it. Audiobooks not the way to go, so if you do want to read this, don't listen to the audiobook. Probably Carry On. I have it on my shelf. I don't know, maybe in the very far future I might read it, but at this point I think I might just be getting rid of it. So that's my answer to that one. Question number 2, a classic book or author you have no interest in reading. Classic book. I guess you could probably say Pride and Prejudice. I've heard a lot about that one, but I don't think that I would ever want to read that. Or maybe Emma. I think that's a classic too. Or Jane Eyre. I'm just going to throw out a bunch of classics. I just don't think I'm ever going to read them. I have Little Woman, which I do want to read. And I also have The Haunting of Hill House on my shelf, so I'll probably read those. But other than that, I'm not really a classics person, so I probably won't read any of those books. Question number 3, a problematic author whose books you have no interest in reading. Oh man. I guess that my main problem with this is going to be trying to find a problematic author that I know of, because I don't really follow authors. I just kind of like find books and read them. So I don't know if I have a problematic author that I know of off the top of my head. I guess I don't have an answer for that one. I really don't follow authors, and so I don't really know about any of their like problematic nature outside of their books. I guess I'm just not interested in the people behind the books. I'm just interested in the books themselves, which probably isn't a very good thing. But yeah, I don't really have an answer for that one. Question number 4 is an author you have read a couple of books from and have decided their books are not for you. John Green, that's an author that I can throw out on that list. Kristen Martin. Kennedy Fox. Yeah, John Green, Kristen Martin, and Kennedy Fox. Those are 3 authors that I have read that I don't really think that I'll be picking up any more of their books, because I've not liked more of their books than books that I've liked, so it doesn't really seem worth it for me. I guess maybe you could throw Katie Wismer in there, because I've read 2 of her books and I haven't enjoyed them. Yeah, those are my answers for now. That's what I can think of off the top of my head. Yeah, so we got John Green for sure. I have a video I can link in the cards of me rereading books of his and then reading new books of his, and I decided that he's not for me. So moving on to question number 5, a genre you have no interest in or a genre you have tried to get into but couldn't. I would say a genre that I have no interest in would probably be historical fiction. I don't read like any historical fiction. I have the first Bridgerton book. I guess that's probably I guess that's like historical romance. I don't really do historical things. Or we could do a genre that you tried but couldn't get into. Maybe sci-fi. I don't really do sci-fi. I'm not really as into like the whole robots and like space and planets. I'm very much into like kings and queens and kingdoms, and then like dumb romance books and paranormal stuff, which I never thought that I would be into paranormal things, but I am. Question number 6 is a book you have bought but will never read. This can also be a book you have unhauled or returned to the library unread. I guess Carry On could be an answer for that too. I bought this and I don't think I'm ever going to read it. What's another one? Dorothy Must Die. I bought this a long time ago. I don't know if I'm ever going to read it. I've tried to start it. It just didn't pull me in. Maybe I can get the audiobook and try it. So that could be an answer too. Yeah. There we go. Those are my two answers. Carry On and Dorothy Must Die. They've both been on my bookshelf for a really long time. And I don't think I'm ever going to read them. Question number 7. A series you have no interest in reading, or a series you started and have DNF'd. A series... Okay, so a series I can say that I have no interest in reading is A Court of Thorn and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I watched all of Sydney Reed's videos about them. Definitely not going to be my thing. Me and Sydney, I like watching her videos because she doesn't like a lot of the things that I don't like. So usually if she doesn't like a book, I know that I can just steer clear of it. A series that I started and I probably won't ever finish, maybe Beautiful Creatures. I think that series is called something else. I read the first book a long time ago and I have not continued with the series. I don't know if I will. I know there's 3 more books. I own the first one. I don't know if I will continue, if I will ever continue with that. Another one could probably be The Mortal Instruments. I read the first book of that. I own the second book of that. Don't know if I'll ever finish that. I read the first book when I was like 15, and I'm 22 now. So I think the chances of me picking up that series by now is probably long gone. Another series that I DNF'd. Oh, Divergent. I own the second book of that too. Insurgent, and I've tried to start it like 2 times. I don't know if I'm ever going to finish that. I also got the ending to the series spoiled for me, and What Happens in Allegiant by some girl that I go to school with. So that kind of turned me off from wanting to finish it, because I got spoiled for it. So yeah, I have a lot of answers for that one. I kind of want to do a video where I go through and find all of the series that I've started and haven't finished, and decide what ones I do want to finish and what ones I'm done with, because I'm sure that there's more. I had a tendency in high school to buy books not realizing that they were the first book in a series, and then being upset because then I was going to have to wait for the next book to come out, and then I was like, fuck that, and then just like didn't ever pick up the next books. I'm very anti-book series just because I feel like I'm like stuck in reading that one series until I finish it. So you won't see me intentionally start series very often, because I don't like that I don't think I can commit to finish it. Which is part of the reason why it's taking me so fucking long to read the Pretty Little Liars book series, and why it took me so fucking long to get through part of the Twilight book series. So, there's that. And the last question, question number 8, is a new release you have no interest in reading. Man, I don't really keep a track of new releases very often. I don't really keep track of new releases. Shit. I could say A Chain of Iron, but that would be a cop-out, because I haven't read anything besides the first book in The Mortal Instruments, so it kind of would be obvious that I'm not excited about that new release. I haven't even heard of any of these new releases. Yeah, okay. I guess I don't have a new release that I'm not interested in reading, except for like Chain of Iron that came out from Cassandra Clare, but I also haven't read any of those books, so obviously I wouldn't be interested in that, or A Court of Mist and Fury, or whatever the new Court of Thorns and Roses book that came out is. I'm not interested in that. I watched Sydney Reed's video on that, and that was enough for me. But anyways, yeah, that's the video. And the Anti-TBR Tag. Again, I will put the questions in the description box below if anybody wants to do this. And that's it. If you enjoyed watching this video, please give me a thumbs up and tell me in the comments down below if you agree with any of my answers, or if any of the books that I said or authors that I said you think I should give a try, because I'm open to reading just about anything. I will make myself suffer through terrible books just so I can see how they end. So that probably says a lot about me as a person. But other than that, if you like seeing my face, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post videos usually every Wednesday and Sunday. Sometimes they will be late, but they will come. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!